You're not going to believe what fans think they've finally uncovered about Zendaya and Tom Holland. For months, people have been whispering, guessing, digging, and over-analyzing every little detail these two have been dropping. But now, the internet is convinced that the biggest rumor of them all might actually be true. A rumor so wild, so unbelievable, so dramatic that it has taken over social media like wildfire. And that rumor is that Zendaya and Tom Holland quietly, secretly, privately got married behind everyone's backs. No cameras, no press release, no red carpet announcement. Just them. And fans believe the proof has been hiding in plain sight. So if you've been wondering whether Hollywood's favorite couple actually tied the knot without telling the world, then grab a snack because we're about to dive into all the subtle signs, all the hints, all the body language clues, all the strange coincidences, and all the eyebrow-raising moments that fans think confirm that yes, Tomdaya might already be husband and wife. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll be looking at their recent public appearances in a completely different way. But before we go all the way in, tell me in the comments, do you think Tom and Zendaya would be the type of couple to secretly get married? Or do you think they'd make a big announcement? I want to know what the Celeb Juices family thinks because honestly, this theory is getting stronger every single day. And make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe because today's video is all about love, mystery, and subtle celebrity clues fans think they've cracked. So let's get into it. The first thing that really set the internet on fire was Zendaya's recent behavior during interviews. If you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed how she smiles whenever Tom's name comes up. But recently, that smile has changed. It's softer, it's calmer, it's giving peace, not infatuation. And fans immediately clocked it. People started saying that Zendaya suddenly looks like someone who knows her relationship is secure. Someone who doesn't have to prove anything anymore. Someone who has already made a major commitment. And honestly, the energy is different. It's giving newlywed peace. It's giving, I already said I do and you guys just don't know it yet. And that vibe only got stronger when fans noticed Zendaya wearing a very simple, very elegant band on that finger during a casual outing. Not a flashy engagement ring. Not a huge celebrity diamond. No, a very low-key, very meaningful, very symbolic band. The kind people wear when the world doesn't need to know your business but your heart does. Fans freaked out. People zoomed in. TikTok went crazy. Reddit researchers went to work. Everyone was like, why would Zendaya be wearing a band on her ring finger if something major didn't happen? And it wasn't just her. A week later, Tom was spotted wearing a new ring too. Something subtle, something simple, something he definitely wasn't wearing before. Not a prop, not a fashion piece, a band. And once both of them got seen wearing rings that mysteriously appeared around the same time, fans were convinced that this was no coincidence. Because let's be honest, Tom and Zendaya are not the flashy, clout-seeking type. If they were engaged, they wouldn't be showing off a giant diamond for the headlines. So a secret marriage, that fits them perfectly, but the ring mystery was only the beginning. Because then came something even more suspicious. Zendaya's recent Instagram captions. Normally, she's very controlled, very professional, very aesthetic. But recently, her captions have felt more personal, more intimate, more connected to Tom in a way that almost feels like she's speaking to him instead of her followers. Fans noticed references to home, peace, and my person. Nothing direct, nothing obvious. Zendaya would never be that sloppy. But subtle, absolutely. And every caption had people commenting things like, girl just admit you're married, or, this is soft wife energy, or, we know the secret, Zendaya. Then there was that video of Tom calling Zendaya, my love, in the most casual, natural, unthinking way. Not a joking tone, not a flirty tone, just, husband tone, the kind of tone that slips out when you've been saying it privately every day. When that clip hit the internet, fans lost their minds. Because Tom has always been sweet with Zendaya, but this was different. This was calm, confident, familiar, as if he didn't even realize the world could hear him. And speaking of familiarity, fans have also noticed how Tom and Zendaya have started moving like a longtime married couple. The synchronized walking, the small touches, the way they look at each other without actually looking at each other. It's subtle, but it's strong. These two used to be shy. They used to be careful. But now, they look like two people who are done hiding, even if they're not ready to officially tell the world everything. It's like they're letting the truth spill through their behavior instead of their words. Then came the biggest clue of all, and honestly this one sent the internet into an emotional meltdown. Zendaya referred to a moment with Tom as, "our little thing." Now, that doesn't sound suspicious on its own. But here's the twist. She said it in a context where people usually say, family tradition. And fans immediately connected the dots. Because couples who are dating usually say, my tradition, or, his tradition. But couples who are married say, our. People said Zendaya sounded like someone who has been sharing a life for a long time, not someone casually dating. The shift in language was tiny but powerful. And then Tom did something that made the internet explode even more. During a fan interaction, someone jokingly asked him when he was going to marry Zendaya. Normally, Tom would turn red, laugh awkwardly, and brush it off. Classic Tom. But this time, he just smiled. A very specific smile. A smile that looked like someone sitting on a secret. Someone who knows the answer but can't say it. Someone who already did it. And the moment went viral with millions of views because fans swore he looked like he wanted to say, we already did. Another mysterious clue fans noticed is how much time the two spent in London earlier this year. Tom's family is in London. His people, his comfort zone, and fans believe that if Tom and Zendaya were going to secretly get married, London would be the perfect place. Private, safe, family-oriented, no Hollywood cameras, no major American tabloids. Just a quiet, meaningful moment with the people they love. Fans even pointed out that Zendaya disappeared from social media for a short period during that time, and when she returned, she looked glowing. Peaceful, rested, suspiciously rested, and then you have the interviews where both of them kept using phrases like, the next chapter, settling down, building something lasting, and, protecting what matters. Not directly about marriage, but definitely giving the energy of people who have already made a life-changing decision. Fans noticed that Tom especially has been using more grown-up language when talking about his relationship. Not girlfriend, not partner, just little hints that sound like he's speaking as someone who has reached a deeper level of commitment. Another clue that shook the fandom was the sudden shift in how Tom and Zendaya's friends interact with them online. Their closest circle has been extremely careful, using words like, you two, the happy ones, my favorite pair, and even, forever. And fans being fans, naturally started connecting dots. Tom's brother posted a picture with a caption that said, family time. And Zendaya was in the picture. Fans were quick to say, why is Zendaya in the family post? Did something happen behind the scenes? Then there's the fact that Zendaya recently called Tom, the person who makes everything feel right. That's not flirty. That's not dating energy. That's vow-level sentiment. And Tom, in his own interviews, started referring to Zendaya as, the one person I always want to go home to. Again, home, a word that carries a different weight when two people might already be sharing a life. And let's not forget the stronger rumor that the couple spent several days at a private estate known specifically for secret celebrity weddings. Fans tracked the timing, tracked the photos, and tracked the strange silence that followed. No posts, no paparazzi shots. Just a quiet period that lined up a little too perfectly with the theory. One of the most interesting clues fans bring up over and over is how Tom and Zendaya have been more comfortable calling each other, we, when talking about the future. We want to, we've talked about, we're focusing on, these are subtle shifts from earlier years, when they would answer questions in a more individual way. Now they speak like a unit, like a team, like a married couple, and then there's the elephant in the room. The fact that both Tom and Zendaya made statements earlier in their relationship about wanting to keep their private life private. Extremely private. So if they were ever going to get married, it would be the most secretive, low-key, intimate ceremony possible. And that's exactly what fans believe happened. No glam, no PR, no announcement, just love. Another huge thing fans noticed is Zendaya calling Tom, my man, more confidently. It feels deeper now, stronger. Like she's referring to her husband, not just a boyfriend. And Tom calling Zendaya, my girl, with this soft pride. It's giving marriage energy all the way. Then came the real chaos when fans found out that Zendaya has been wearing a necklace with Tom's initials. She has worn it before, but recently she's been wearing it more consistently. And not just Tom's initials, both their initials, side by side. People took that as a sign that she's embracing the identity of us more publicly than before. Fans also pointed out the recent vacation photos. The energy was different. They looked like they were celebrating something. Something major. Something intimate. Something life-changing. Zendaya was glowing. Tom looked peaceful. They weren't posing like a couple still trying to impress each other. They looked like two people who already sealed the deal. And here's the most interesting part. Neither Tom nor Zendaya has denied the secret wedding rumors. Normally, they shut down false stories quickly. But this one, silence. Complete silence. Which only made fans feel like something really did happen behind the scenes. So, after seeing all the clues, all the subtle signs, all the matching rings, all the shifts in language, all the softer energy, all the hints from their friends, all the mysterious time off, all the personal captions, all the home references, do you think the theory is true? Because right now, more fans than ever believe that Hollywood's most low-key couple might have secretly said, "I do," months ago, and they're simply living their newlywed life quietly, beautifully, peacefully, away from the noise, away from the drama, and away from the cameras. If they really did get married secretly, honestly, it fits them perfectly. They've always protected their relationship. They've always kept their love sacred. And they've always preferred intimacy over attention. A private wedding would be the most Tom and Zendaya thing ever. So Celeb Juices family, what do you think? Did Tom Holland and Zendaya secretly get married? Do the clues sound convincing? Or do you think fans are just connecting dots that aren't there? Tell me in the comments because I cannot wait to hear what you all think. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Tomdaya mystery, subscribe to Celeb Juices for more juicy celebrity speculation, and click on another one of our videos to keep the gossip flowing. You don't want to miss what we've got coming next. Until then, stay curious, stay entertained, and stay juicy.